So good day everyone. I am Pearly Debusturio from BSBA MK2C. So I am going to answer the fourth question that given by Mom Farts. So the first question is, what are the three branches of governance? So the three branches of governance are first legislative branch. So this branch is responsible for making laws. Then the second is executive branch. This branch is responsible for implementing and enforcing laws. And the third is judicial branch. This branch interprets laws and administers justice. The second question is, what is the purpose of good governance? So, the purpose of good governance is to ensure that public affairs and manage the public resources in a manner that is transparent, accountable, equitable, and responsive to the needs of people. And it ensures an organization's direction, effectiveness, supervision, and accountability. It demonstrates a willingness and ability to act in the organization's best interest, ensuring the operation of effective, open, and ethical processes that adhere to the law and stand up to scrutiny. The third question is, what are the eight basic elements of good governance? So, the eight basic elements of good governance are first, participation. Participation involving all the stakeholders, especially those affected by policies and decision making process. The second is rule of law. Legal framework should be fair and enforced impartially, protecting human rights and ensuring the justice. Third is transparency. Transparency of processes, institutions, and information should be accessible to those concerned with sufficient information provided in understandable terms. So, fourth, responsiveness. Institutions and process must serve all stakeholders within a reasonable time frame. Fifth is consensus oriented. So, mediating different interests to reach a broad consensus on what is in the best interest. Sixth is equity. Equity and inclusiveness, ensuring that all members of society feel included and have opportunities to improve or maintain their well being. The next is effectiveness and efficiency. So, processes and institutions should produce results that meet the needs of society while making the best use of resources. And the last is accountability. Decision makers in government, the private sector, and civil society organizations are accountable to the public and institutional stakeholders. And the last question, the fourth question is, as a student, how can you contribute upholding good governance in our country? So, as a student, we can contribute to upholding good governance in our country in several many ways. So, first is stay informed and educated. So, stay informed and educated. Understand the principles of good governance, including transparency, accountability, participation, and the rule of law. And stay updated in current events and government policies. Engage in civic education. So, participate in or organize workshops, seminars, and discussions that promote understanding of democratic processes and governance among your peers. The last is participate in student government. So, get involved in your school's student government to practice leadership and governance skills. So, this experience can translate into greater civic involvement in the wider community. Volunteer and community service. Engage in community service and volunteer with organizations that work towards societal improvement. This fosters a sense of responsibility and community engagement. Then, next is exercise your voting rights. If eligible, ensure you are registered to vote and participate in elections. Encourage others to vote and understand the importance of each vote in shaping governance. Then last is promote ethical standards. Advocate for ethical behavior and integrity within your circles and challenge corruption and unethical practices when you encounter them.